my beautifully flawed friends, it's Millie, the Flawed Vegan, and today we're going to be talking about meal prep. I can't stress how important meal prep is. I learned just last week that, I really need to be prepping my meals. So, in my very first video, I said that I have anorexic tendencies, and for many different reasons, I will justify and tell myself I don't need to eat. One of the reasons is because I feel like cooking is a chore. It takes up a lot of my time. I don't know why I need to eat. I'm only going to be hungry again in 3 hours, and then I have to take the time to cook all over again. And I found just, it doesn't have to make sense. And, saying it sounds kind of weird, but when you have an eating disorder, it makes sense to you, and you will endure the hunger pains, and you will listen to whatever your excuses or your justifications are. So sometimes you just have to check in with yourself. And I was like, okay, I'm feeling pretty hungry. I'm sleeping 11 hours a day. It's not good for my body. So I did some research, and I'm like, okay, let's give meal prep a chance. This is a new muscle, and I'm going to strengthen it, and I know it's going to be good for me, and future Millie is going to thank me, so let's do it. So I did some research, and I discovered meal prep, it saves you time, it saves you money. That was the biggest thing for me. So I'm going to share what I learned, and I hope it will resonate with you. And I will continue to share my progress, my journey, my recipes, all on my social media. So if you'd like to follow me, make sure you check out my links in the description box below. So I know the idea of meal prep can be overwhelming. You don't have to make all your meals at once. I know. I was like, wait. What? So what I'm doing is I'm meal prepping twice a week. I'm going to be doing it on Saturdays and on Wednesdays. And so that way I don't have to make a bunch of food and put it in my refrigerator and have a lot of anxiety about finishing it before it goes bad. So that's something that works for me, and it might work for you. So I would like to recommend the first step for meal prep: see what you want to make. What do you want to eat for the next few days? What are you going to like? Step number 2, check to see if you have any of the ingredients. Check your freezer, check your fridge, check your pantry, see what you already have. And then write out your list. Be like, okay, this is what I have, this is what I need to go get. And what's really important, have a couple different recipes that you want for the week. So, for me, I'm starting off small. I'm only meal prepping my dinner for this entire week. And then next week I'm going to do my dinner and my lunch, and then I'll add to it. But so for this week, my dinner, I'm going to have 2 or 3 different recipes for my dinner this week. So I have my recipes and I go, oh, okay, cool. This recipe has zucchini and that recipe has zucchini. Okay, cool, great. There's overlapping ingredients versus, all 3 recipes have a bunch of different ingredients. That means I'm going to have to spend more money when I go grocery shopping. Versus if there's overlap, you could kind of repurpose the food and use it for this one and this one, versus only using one ingredient for this recipe, but you still have some of it left over, and now you have to store it, and you forget about it, and it goes bad, and you throw it away, and that's a waste of money. So that's a really helpful tip that I learned. So once you figure out what you already have, what you need, then you just go to the grocery store. I like to recommend Grocery Outlet. It's really affordable. Same food, lower price. And then you buy your food. And then you come home and you cook your meal. And then you just put it in Tupperware or a mason jar. And then there you go. You have your food for the next, at least in my case, the next 3 or 4 days. And then again on Wednesday, I'll meal prep and I'll continue it. Another way you're saving money when you meal prep is, think of it this way. You're buying your food in bulk. So personally for me, I like to buy all my fruits and vegetables fresh, which is why I will be meal prepping twice a week. But you can buy your fruits and vegetables frozen and then just put it in the freezer, and that will last you the week or maybe 2 weeks. So you are buying in bulk, and you're buying it once. And then you're rationing it so that a whole bag of maybe broccoli, yeah, you're spending $5 on it, but you're rationing it So it'll last you for 7 meals. So then it comes out to like a couple quarters per meal. Other foods that you can buy in bulk are like quinoa, rice, any sort of beans, canned beans. And that's gonna last you a long time too. And you could get multiple servings through just like one bag of rice. So another cool way you're saving money. And if you're still not convinced, think of it this way. So check it out. How much money do you spend in takeout versus like your grocery bill? You might spend $6 to $15 on one meal to go. And then, like delivery fees, if you're using Postmates or something, that all adds up. So you really do save money when you meal prep and buy in bulk. So meal prep is also getting me really excited because I'm discovering you save a lot of time. For me personally, one of the challenges with eating is I always felt it was a chore because every time I was hungry, I would cook a meal from scratch. And I did that with all my meals every day. So I found I spent about 3 hours a day cooking. Every day, just cooking. Whereas if I meal prep twice a week, Saturday and Sunday, I can spend 1 to 2 hours on both those days, making my entire meal for the week. Think of how much time that's going to spend. I'm discovering that's saving me so much time. 2 hours on one day for the whole week versus 3 hours a day for the whole week. That's saving me so much time. Because one of the reasons why I would convince myself not to eat is because it took too long. Cooking took too long. It was a chore. I didn't want to do it. It was a waste of my time. I'd rather be working. So if I can just spend 4 hours the entire week cooking, that's gonna save me so much time because you're cooking in bulk. So that's a really important thing for me. And I'm discovering it's going to help me eat consistently, which is a huge thing for me. A recipe that I've really been enjoying these past few days is this one. It's so good. We have basmati rice, we have kidney beans, sweet potato, and mangoes, and then you just put lime juice on it. And it's so good. And it takes me like 30 minutes, maybe 35 to make it all. And I cook it all on Saturday, and I can make multiple servings of it. And so I just portion this out so it lasts me, 3-4 days. And that's it. And that saves you so much time this week because now when you come home from work, you got a good meal. So I'm going to post the recipe for this in the description box below. I'm also going to post the link to a couple of articles in the description box too. I thought they were pretty helpful. I found some websites that give you like a downloadable, like a chart where you can say, okay, this is what I have in my pantry, this is what I have in my fridge, this is what I need to buy. And so when you go to the grocery store, you could kind of check off what you need and what you have. The articles also talk about ways you can store your food, so like a mason jar or like a glass container or like Tupperware. The articles are also really cool because it talks about storing hot food versus cold food and like the temperature that bacteria grows on your food and like when they get moldy, what's a safe temperature to reheat your food. So I thought they were really super helpful. Again, I'm gonna post those in the description box and I hope they help you too. So that's it on meal prep. I hope this video is helpful for you. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please feel free to post them below. If you're new to my channel, first of all, welcome. Second of all, click that subscribe button. Third of all, click that notification bell. That way every time I upload a new video, you get the chance to see it. On this channel, I share vegan recipes, tips and tricks for leading a more vegan lifestyle, and if you just have a challenging relationship with food like I do, I hope that my journey can help resonate with you so that we both develop a stronger relationship with food. So until then, I hope you have a wonderful week. I'll see you next time, and until then, stay flawed, my friends.